Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of the We Are Not Regular podcast. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Eva Ziva.
What's going on,
Hello.
love? How are you?
I'm all right. I am alive. I am well. And I have everything I need.
Blessed, black,
Most
and highly
importantly,
favored.
yeah, most importantly, I have everything I need. I'm good. How are
That's.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling. I can't complain.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's been a little while. We've been all over the place. Everybody's been running around doing things. So I've had my family in town. My dad was here. My sister is here.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, so and then my husband is here. So okay. And then my friend Krista was here too. So it was so much
Hi,
of
Krista.
yes. So I was running around trying to see everybody the past week and spend time with everybody. And so I'm happy. I'm doing good. It's good to see everybody, but it's exhausting because I still gotta work. Kids still got school. So it's like trying to squeeze in things like after work and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
I'm good though. How about you?
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good. Okay. I'm like good. Okay. I've
Good.
actually been on a staycation. Um, I what was my last day of work? My last day of work was last Thursday, and I don't go back till this Thursday. I did that purposely because one, it was a holiday. I didn't feel like working a holiday, and two, I also didn't want to work a full week. So I'm like, okay, I'll go back, but I'll go back on Thursday. So then it's like Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. But it's been an eye opener for myself
Really?
about yeah, it was a necessary, it is a necessary staycation. I'm not going to talk about it like it's over because I still got 2 more days left in this, but it's I've been learning a lot about myself and where I want to be, and I've been seeing how to get there and how I'm living my life now and where I want to go. It's not aligning, and I've come to terms with it not aligning, and I just have to figure out the changes that need to be made or figure out how to put the changes into motion.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. It's been a lot. I've been crying a lot. I've been smiling a lot. It's been a weird like time.
So like self-awakening, self-realization,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. It's I got to spend time with myself, and that's something that we don't get to do. And a lot of people got to do this during the pandemic where they were at home and they got to stay and not have to do anything. But I didn't get that chance because I was still working.
Right.
So this was the one time where I'm mentally in a better place. So a lot of things for me just started clicking a little bit differently than what I was imagining for myself. That makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. And I'm actually really happy and I'm proud of you that you
Mhm.
actually made yourself take the time off to do that because like we were talking about off camera, a lot of the times we give each other the short end of the stick. You know what I mean? Ourselves.
Mhm.
So, it's we can put out for other things or other people and for our jobs, give a little more, and our families, we can give a little more. But when it comes to us, we always give an excuse as to why we can't do something for us, for
Us. And
ourselves.
that has been my life. That has been my career. That has literally been my makeup for 34 years. And I don't want to live in that wheel anymore. And I like came to terms with like this is not what I want my life to be. And I'm not feeding into it anymore. And for the last 2 weeks not feeding into it, I have already seen the changes in just the smallest things.
Right.
I'm tired of giving myself the short, pretty much, yeah. I'm tired of giving myself the short end of the stick. I worked in hospitality for almost a decade. Hospitality requires you to put other people's feelings before yours. Well, that's how they make it seem. But
No, it
like
really is, especially in our, I can't say our culture, I
my
guess.
job was to cater to people.
You have to cater. I
I'm
did it.
catering to you from the door, the moment you walk in, sometimes to when you get home because you forgot something.
Hmm.
Like that was, I was babying people. And
And
then
no matter how bad they treat you, you still got to put a smile on your face. That's hard.
it's hard. And like, I wasn't giving myself that grace.
Right.
Like I am my toughest critic and I shouldn't be.
Right.
Because why? I'm dope as hell. Like I don't need to be hard on myself because everyone else is hard on me as it is. Like I go to work and work is hard. Like why do I have to be mean to me? So I
No,
also realize it's I also realized that I do have an addiction and it is to sugar.
that is actually more common than people realize.
I cried because I realized how bad it was. It's not just coffee. It's
It's
cakes.
sugar.
It's sugar.
It's
Just
sugar.
straight sugar. So along with me learning my diet, because I don't eat. Like these
Mm.
were like I had so many eye-opening like moments. Like one of the things I need to change is my diet. I love my body. This body that I don't know where it came from. It popped up the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. It popped up out of nowhere. It looks good. I want to keep it. I
Right.
like the shape. There's things that I can do to it to make it a little more curvy, a little more perky. I can do all of that. But like, what am I doing to feed myself to make myself feel better? One, because that's also another thing. I'm always tired because I'm not eating the way that I should have. Like
Right.
it's just I have been shortchanging myself on everything that pertains to me taking care of me, and I'm tired. And this week, I have shown myself that I am tired and I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm not.
Don't.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes it takes just coming to that realization. Like you're sitting there and you're just like, wait, I don't have to do this anymore. Like, and but you know what's so funny? It seems so simple, but if it's something you're a creature of habit and you're so used to just doing it, the same thing over and over and over, you're just like, oh yeah, I'll get to it. But then when you really stop and think about it, and you like you said, you make the connections, like you realize you were addicted to sugar. You thought you just wanted coffee all the
So,
time.
yo, the amount of coffee that I drink, but that also goes into my appetite because coffee suppresses your
Your
appetite.
appetite.
So
Mhm.
I'm not eating because I'm drinking coffee and sugar. So my body is running off of coffee and sugar damn near the whole day. And then I'm just coming home and eating dinner. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. And I like we were talking about off air. Like I looked at my nails, they're not growing anymore. My
Wow.
cuticles are shot. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I have long nails. Like my nails normally grow to the point that my nails look like they're fake because I naturally have long nails.
Right.
Stubs. I have stubs. I have no nails. My hair is not growing. It's not falling out. My edges are back, so something's going right up here. but but it's not growing. Like and then my hair is finicky, so sometimes it takes certain products. It's not taking the products that it used to, but my diet is fucked up. So it's just like I need to take better care of me from the inside out.
Right.
Is that the phrase?
That's exactly it. Inside
I want
out.
to feel good. Like
Yes. Because when
I
you
want
feel
to,
good on the inside, it'll manifest on the outside as well. So you got to
yeah,
take
cause
care
like,
of your body.
cause mentally, like I was depressed. I went through my depression. Every now and then I hit bumps, but for the most part, like I'm good. So like, okay, what's next? Physical, my physical body that I also forgot about. This is me pretty much going back and taking care of everything that I have forgotten over the last couple of years. because
Right.
of life, of work, of family, but not really family because I don't have an immediate family, but my family. Like because of the life that I have around me, everything that's going on around me. I forgot about me. And I apologize to myself too. That's another thing. When we go through these changes, we have to apologize to ourselves because
And forgive
it's
ourselves.
not done. It's not done willing. It's not done willingly. It's not done purposely. If I would have known that me just drinking coffee, like I know coffee is not good for me, but I, like you said, I fell into the habit. It became routine. Like if I honestly would have thought like this was this bad, I would have stopped. You know,
Right.
I'm not trying to harm myself, but I just fall into routine. Everything just falls right into the same patterns. But I'm breaking them, and I want to, and I think it's going to be good. Going to be a weird couple of months too. And it's the holidays. Am I giving up any food? I was gonna give up meat, but I think I'm gonna wait. And
Or you
eat
could just
meat
do it
on
in
the
moderation.
holidays.
The good thing about making small changes is that you don't have to necessarily stop cold turkey because somebody told you to. This is you.
No,
So
well, with meat, it's easy. I stopped eating meat before. Like that's
you did.
something that I can easily be like, oh, I can cut this
I
out.
think that's how you dropped all that weight so fast.
Possibly. Because I mean, I dropped damn near 100 pounds.
Yeah, if you stop eating red meat, I heard a lot of people who stop eating red meat and
I don't eat red meat.
yeah.
Well, I have sausage in the fridge, but that's because I was craving hot sausages.
Sometimes you get those
but for the,
cravings.
yeah, but for the most part, I don't. I'll eat like chicken. I don't really cook. I don't like cleaning meat. I don't like cooking meat.
I don't like cleaning meat. I really do.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I think
Like,
the
see, I got my tea. I'm drinking tea. And that's another thing. I love tea, so it's not even like
tea
I
is
have to
fun.
drink coffee. Tea is amazing.
You can get caffeine from tea if you need the tea caffeine.
I know. I need to treat myself better. I'm sorry, body. I love you.
You know, it's funny. Like I can drink tea, but I don't like sugar in my tea or anything. Like I drink it like straight hot
I
water.
don't like sugar in my tea,
I don't
which
either.
is why I'm just like, I just need to drink tea because I don't even add sugar to my tea. I don't like my tea sweet.
Yeah, me
Relax.
neither. I don't. I like green tea. I like ginger tea.
I'm drinking ginger with honey. And this
Yes,
one is good too. It's like the instant ginger.
yes.
But yeah,
Ginger,
I'm not shortchanging myself anymore. Sorry.
as you shouldn't. As you shouldn't.
Because
You
I
know,
keep thinking about it and I get mad because I was like, why, bitch? Why? Like, what was the reason? And then I laugh at myself because I'm just like, you thought you were doing good. Like, and I give myself that benefit of the doubt. Like, you didn't know any better. You genuinely thought you were doing the good. Because nothing I do, I don't live my life to harm others.
hmm
So anything that I think that I'm doing with the best intention set.
right.
So it's like, you tried. It ain't right.
So, do
But
you
you
think that
tried.
you're going to take more periods like this to take time off to maybe come back and reflect and go, you know,
Absolutely.
so like maybe do it like a couple times a year, something like that, or 3 times a year, however many
I
times you need it.
I think it should be done every quarter,
I think that's smart. That's what I was thinking.
at least. At least.
I
Because
highly recommend spending time
the
alone.
amount of reflection, yeah, the amount of reflection that I've had over the last 3, 4 days has been ridiculous compared to what I have. And I've also been journaling. Journaling helps a lot too.
It does. It does.
A
It helps you
lot.
organize your thoughts, you know, because a
I'm
lot of times we have stuff going in our brain so much and it's just going, 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 going. And, you know, sometimes the thought will be there and then it'll disappear and then it might
gone.
reappear when you're in another situation where you're like, oh, yeah, I did think about that. But when you actually have to put it down to paper, you're like, whoa, it's real. Like, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. This is what's going on with me in this moment right now. This is how I'm feeling. And then you look back, and sometimes some of the stuff you write is cringeworthy when you read it later on in life because you're like, oh my gosh, that was me. That's how I
The
felt.
first half of this journal, I should I go back and read it 5, 10 years from now, I'm going to crack Because the first page is such a hysterical. Like when I scroll past now, like I'll see little glimpses and I'm just like, girl. And that's only a matter of months.
Do you ever look at the
So
old notes from high school that we used to write each other and things like that? And you look and you're like, oh my gosh, that was me. Like, that's how I really thought. Like,
the
that was
hot
stressing me for the day.
yo, do you remember we used to have a notebook that we used to rotate? We used to
I,
rotate a notebook during classes. So that's how we wrote our letters to each other. Oh my gosh.
yes. We were
We you
on
know how many
something,
times
though.
we were.
We were
We
on to
were.
something.
We used to pass it and someone would always have it every period. We'd write like what was going on during the day, like what was happening with the gossip that we heard, and then it just got passed around.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
And we used to color like we used to do fun shit. We used to color them and kids don't do that nowadays because they have group chats.
Exactly. Exactly.
That was the OG group chat.
Yes.
That is the OG group chat because there was more than like sometimes we had a couple of notebooks because sometimes wasn't just me and you.
No, it was quite a few rotating around, depending on who was in the
Who was in the group?
group chat. Yes. Wow. Those were the
uh,
days. But
but
yeah, I mean,
writing,
to be honest with you, I feel like, yeah, we're moving in new times, but it's okay to kind of go back to the simpler times and when things were simple and, we just, like you said, had a notebook where we wrote things in and sent it to our friend and our friend wrote stuff and then sent it back. Like, I miss that. You know what I mean?
same.
Even like they always say that you should have like a circle of friends. I think it was said, what was it? The saying was like women should have at least 5 different people to be able to talk to. I was struggling because I didn't have a whole 5. But I think I do have a 5 now. If you include my sisters, I have a 5. But they always say that if you can't get to one particular person, there should be somebody in your circle that you can get to. And I remember
I
oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was gonna say, like, I remember, like, in school, you had your little group or your little cliques, and you talked to them about everything. And then I think when we got older, we didn't really put the we didn't really show the value in our friendships because we always say, "Oh, we're so busy. Oh, yeah, my life. I gotta do this. I gotta do that." But those relationships are very important to keep your sanity. Sometimes it's nice to have somebody go, hey, Eva, am I crazy? Like, this is what I'm thinking. Like, am I losing it? And then it's like that person, like, okay, let's bring it down here as opposed to up here.
Yeah, especially in moments like this where I know that I'm about to head into a different transition in my life. Like I can't avoid it. Like there's no matter how much I'm gonna try, no matter I'm gonna fight it, I can't avoid this. To have someone like you who is just like, you got this. Don't
Right,
worry, you'll be fine.
right.
To have the circle of friends that will push. I do. I have a 5. I have a
Yeah,
5.
I have
I
5.
definitely
It took me a while, but I really figured out my 5.
I have 5 because I have a group of friends who I didn't realize understood me better than I thought.
Right.
One of my homegirls, she pointed out to me, she's like, "Oh, whenever you're like when you're going through something or when you're going through a big change, you'll pull back. You'll disappear. You'll be around. You'll pop in when you need to. If it's an emergency, you'll pop up. But for the most part, you stay to yourself until you get grounded enough to walk." And I'm just like, I was shocked because I was just like, "You noticed that?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Mhm. And
And I'm
that's
like,
why it's very important
"Thank
to
you."
have that circle that knows you because
Mhm.
they're not like a
'Cause
random
you know that about me.
person. Because you don't want somebody who you feel like you have to constantly explain yourself to. Like,
Mhm.
Eva, I had a party. Why didn't you show up to my party? Somebody who knows you a little more, like, girl's probably having a meltdown right now, probably got a lot going on. She has social anxiety. She can't go out with these people right now. This is too much for her. So she couldn't go. You need somebody who knows, all right, she's going through this. Let's give her space. She'll come around. Like you said, she'll come around when she's ready to come around. And it's good to have people that know you like that because you'll know me if I don't hear from you. I'm like, text me when you're ready, holler at me when you're ready. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my way of letting you know I'm here if needed. But if you need the space, I'm giving it to you. So, yes, that's your friend, your
You're
circle.
awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. So I mean, I think that's definitely like a big part of like self-realization, having your friends that you can go to if you need to, but or bounce ideas off of, or what you're thinking or what you're feeling, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I know me, I'm like up here sometimes and I'm all over the place and I need somebody to be like, all right, well, let's take this idea and bring it down. Let's take
But
this.
that's you for me. Like even this weekend, out of nowhere, I randomly asked you about cookbooks, and that's because okay, I forgot to mention that too. So okay, so off air, me and Kelly were talking about how I have to fix my relationship with food. How this weekend I realized that I needed to fix my relationship with food. Okay, so I'm asking Kelly about cookbooks because I'm trying to figure out how to get my life together, and then after writing about it in my journal, asking Kelly about cookbooks, my dad calls me and it's just like, come to the house, I got food. I'm just like, come on, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, shout out to Tara because Tara sent me a laundry list of freaking
Shout
cookbooks.
out to Tara. Thank you, girl.
Oh, and I didn't
It's
even tell you, she sent Instagram pages she follows for food recipes too, but I'll send that to you later. But she definitely sent a lot. But I sent the cookbooks because that's what you asked for.
because it's not that I don't know how to cook. It's just that I don't cook enough. And I
I think
cook the
it's
same three,
more.
4 meals over and over. And it's like, no, I
Absolutely.
want more. I want variety.
Mhm.
I know how to make a chicken.
Yeah. You
I
had
could
me
barbecue the
thinking.
fuck out of some chicken.
You really had me thinking because I'm like to myself, like, I need something that's quick during the week, but on the weekends, I want to take my time with cooking. Like, I really want to sit and, like, I don't want to bake. That's the one thing I don't really do sweets, but for some reason, it seems therapeutic and I really want to bake.
I made last weekend some baked barbecue chicken.
Mm.
I said it was so good because I let it cook slow.
Yes.
Whenever, because when you get home from work, you're normally rushing. So you're trying to do everything between the hours of 6 and 8, trying to get everything done. No, that when I say that chicken cooked from the more, like I cooked it the whole day. So it was just fall off the bone, moist, and just
Mm.
that's I'm like, I know how to cook. I just don't do it enough.
Yeah.
And now I need to do it for me to nourish my body because I feel better. Like I felt good today. I walked 3.5 miles today.
Wow.
Like I just, oh my gosh, that was another thing. My lips were chapped, and I was just like, oh no, I'm I'm dehydrated. It's like no, can't have that. But yeah, no, like I just, my body right, my body yaddy. Because I look fucking good. I just want to feel good now.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. Like there are a lot of things that I've been wanting to do and certain things I want to accomplish and I'm just like, all right, baby steps. I know there are a couple of things that I need to do. I have a list of things that I need to do before I can get to X, Y, and Z. So, I think I'll talk about it on another podcast because it's definitely more in depth, but I definitely have some goals and I have time limits on those goals. And not because, oh, I just want to put the pressure on myself. It's because, yes, everything needs to fall in line within a time frame. And then if it doesn't, the timeline will adjust or the goals will adjust. So I have some goals. Like I said, I'll probably talk about it on maybe the next podcast. But there are some serious things in my life that I really want to accomplish and I'm trying to explore. But
Same.
I definitely want another side hustle, but
Oh
something that
yeah.
I'll enjoy, um, and that'll bring in some extra income. So there's some things that I'm trying to look forward to in 2023. It's supposed to really be like a really big year in my house for everybody. My 10th anniversary, my 35th birthday, my son's 10th birthday. Like there's a lot of
There's a
things.
lot of milestones.
Yeah, a lot of milestones coming up. So
I
and
know
that's,
this 35, it's
it puts a lot
I
of
want
stuff
it
into perspective
big.
for me. Yeah.
There's in the same retrospect of what you said, I have a list, I have a time frame, and I can get it done.
Right. It's obtainable. It's definitely
It's
obtainable. It's not
obtainable. There's
impossible.
nothing on this list. There's nothing on this list that I can't do within probably the next 3 months.
Wow.
Hell, probably within the next month. But I my anxiety doesn't work that way, so I have to dial it back.
Right. And I also think it's a part of growing up and maturing,
Yeah.
because I'm not trying to make these decisions recklessly. Like, I really
No.
want to make sure it's done correctly. And those are the mistakes that I made in my 20s that I don't want to make in my 30s.
Same.
I was off of impulse and feeling and emotion all my 20s. And my 30s, I'm like, all right, let's do something different. Let's see how you plan this out. And of course, you have to put in a room for error or room for,
Mhm.
things changing, unexpected. Yes. But I generally want to have like a set, what's the word? I guess timeline again. Just I want to have like set goals. And
You
then,
want to have goals. You have a mission. You have a goal that you want to reach, and you can do
right.
it.
So, like I said, the journey to get to the goals, I'm down for however it gets there, but I want to reach those goals.
And that's something I also have to get comfortable with. I am a perfectionist, and I have been working on this for a very long time, and it is very hard to freaking break. My friend actually called me out on it before too, and I was just like, "Thank you for that," because sometimes you have to have it pointed out. She said, sometimes you get scared because you're a perfectionist and you're worried that it's not going to go the exact way you want it to go. But guess what? Not everything goes everything the exact way you want it to go.
Exactly.
That's how I am here, because if everything went the exact way I want it to go, life would be different. Life would be different.
Yes. Well, I'm excited
Okay.
for you,
Thank
and I'm
you.
excited for the things you're going to accomplish, because every time you have one of those moments where you have like this self-realization, like you make some major dope changes, and I'm
It's God. I know it is, just because I know where I'm at in my mindset. I know where I'm sitting in silence, and I get these clear ass messages like, "Bitch, you need to eat better. That's what you need to do." And then I'm like, "I need to eat better." Like,
and send a reinforcement to call you and check up on you.
yeah. So
So,
yeah, you're right. Normally when I have thank you. When I have these moments, I normally just kick it into gear, because I don't mind change.
yeah. Yeah.
And I know what I want. And I now that I see what I want and how I need to get there, I can make the changes, because the life that I'm living now is not the life that I see myself in the future. I'm the
Right.
same person, but the things around me have changed. Well, I'm somewhat the same person, but the things around me have changed.
Right.
Growth.
Growth. Growth, my love.
I know I'm tired of being Molly.
I'm tired of being Issa, girl. So tired of being Issa. I'm so tired.
By season 5, they got it a little bit together. So we on track. Let's let's say we're gonna skip that whole season when they fought, because we don't fight. We don't do that here.
No, I don't think we've been there, done that. We had our little break period. Way, way,
That was
way.
enough.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
That was enough. Yeah.
All right, girl. I think this was a good episode. I'm gonna wrap it up because my house is getting noisy again.
Yes. I just need everybody to send me their well wishes, best of luck. Or if you
Yes.
don't want to send me any good luck, just keep all whatever you have to yourself, please. Because I just need the
Please do.
goodness.
Yes. All right, girl. Well, this was another episode of the We Are Not Regular podcast. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Eva.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.